What?
You don't want to sit down.
Sit.
Where do you want to go? Myles is 4.5 years old. He was born in August 2011 and was diagnosed with a condition called congenital nephrotic syndrome of Finnish type shortly after birth. And 16 days old, we started our stay in Temple Street, and we're there for the best part of the first year of his life. So far,
He's had his kidney out when he was 4 months old. He had his other kidney out there just before Christmas. He's had his PEG put in. He's had his PD catheter put in. He's had 3 central lines put in. For him, it's normal because he knows no different. He doesn't know any different. You know, I think as well, he's so used to feeling sick as well that it's normal for him. And, you know, he has days where he'll just spend the whole day going, I feel sick, and that's just the way it is for him. And
but his personality, he's such an outgoing personality and gets on with it. He loves Temple Street. He goes in there and he knows everybody, and he's just so outgoing, and everyone knows him. He really is a brilliant little fella. He's an amazing little fella.
Myles, what do you want to be when you're older?
Nina.
What's that mean? What? Going to be a policeman.
Stop baddies.
Stop baddies.
So how it affects him is that basically he needs a kidney transplant. He's fed through his stomach. He's on a daily routine of multiple medications. He's injected 3 times a week with EPO to help his his red blood cells. He can get very tired. He's on a very limited fluid allowance, 156 mils of water you can have a day. His overall allowance is 750 because he's fed through his tummy. Most of that is his food, so he's allowed, and his meds.
even running, if he runs for, you know, here to there, he'll vomit. Just the motion seems to...
The toxins in his bloodstream, basically.
You know, he can never be sick at home. He has to be sick in hospital. So he can never get, you know, a flu. He has to go in there. And when, you know, when you're feeling your worst, the last thing you want is somebody sticking needles in you, because the only way to determine how he is for him to get blood tests. And particularly when he's feeling unwell, it's just horrific to watch. And if he's dehydrated, his veins just disappear and can't get blood out of him. And, you know, trying over and over again, it's traumatic. It's horrific for a little child to have to go through.
Do you like the Hulk?
Yes, because Bruce Banner, because he turns into the Hulk.
Bruce Banner turns into the Hulk?
They started testing ourselves as potential live donors, and I was first, and it transpired that I have 3 arteries in my kidneys. Well, I'm one, and then the other one was just complete. So the result of that was that it would possibly be too complicated surgery, and the risk of him rejecting it then would be quite high. So
to get his condition is quite unusual, and then for us to have multiple arteries, like Ivana had 3, I had 2. I think for children the average waiting time is 18 months. I think the figure can be skewed upwards because some children are hard to transplant than others, so 18 months is the mean average. As I say, we're on the list 20 months, but we're only active on it as such 2 months.
Do you like play school?
Yes.
Why do you like play school?
Because that story's there.
Like the stories?
Yes. No, I like to dress up.
And I think until it affects you personally, and you get a sort of an insight into the way people lead their lives as a result of it, and you know,
we would be the same.
Yeah, it's not something that you'd want anybody to experience, but I think that's when you realise how important it is. And I think if anybody spent a week in Temple Street and you see the kids coming in at 8 o'clock in the morning for dialysis in their pyjamas because they've, you know, kids coming in from Cork and the Midlands, and they get up in the middle of the night and they drive up and they're in there for 8 o'clock in the morning, and that is horrific to see. And they leave then, you know, a few hours later, and you know, I don't think any child should have to do that, but that's unfortunately the way it is.
It's not just a card, it's about having a conversation as well with your family. So although you might have a card, if you talk among your family and let them know that if you were unfortunate enough to be killed and that you would be okay with your organs to be taken and harvested, That's very important as well. So carrying the card is one thing, but make sure you also have the conversation with your family.